In Pokemon Go, we end up catching so many different Pokemon during the day. I feel like there's scatterbug encounters and Smeargle and just all the regular spawns with weather boosted and research rewards, research breakthroughs. I won't even get into it. Raids, Dynamax, Shadow, whatever it is. And I catch so many mons during the week. I feel like I need to clear up my boxes constantly. If I look at my stats, I've caught 181,000 Pokemon. If you've noticed, the boxes do not let you hold more than a certain amount. I think the max is probably around 5,000 or 6,000 right now. I don't know what it is. But for me, I really struggle with maintaining, or I used to really struggle with maintaining my box space. What to keep, what to not keep, what to power up. It was always confusing. And so I broke it down into one long text chain. I saw this from, I think, Brandon Tan. And what he does is do one long text chain, and basically it can help you sort really easily. And then from there, you can do more if you want to. So here's what I do. When you go and look at your Pokemon, I've got, 3,500 Pokemon to go through right now. A lot of them, historically, I've kept, but some of them are recent, and I just do not want because they're not good IVs, whatever else. So what I do is I go to my search menu, I go to my keyboard, and I do like one little symbol. For me, it's this like bullet point. I do the symbol, and I have a text chain linked to that symbol. I press space, and then all of a sudden, all the Pokemon that I don't want to keep are in this text chain. So I'll go ahead and transfer here. So 24 Pokemon. I never think twice about it. Just transfer them. So then, you might be wondering, well, what just happened? Here's what I did. If you go to like your settings, and I have a couple different ones set here. For example, this one is 000. If I type in 3 zeros, it's going to do 0 attack, 0 defense, and 0 HP. For me, it's called a nundo. If you want nundos, you do that, and then if I do like 000 space, it will show me my nundos. I don't have a single one on my account. I've got 180,000 Pokemon. I've surely transferred quite a few over the years, but yeah, a nundo, it's like more rare than a hundo, but obviously not very good. So then, if I go to another one here, this is one that I have for like my alt account. It's getting rid of all the Pokemon that have been traded already, and it excludes certain Pokemon that I'd want to keep. It's pretty short. So here it says traded, and so a Pokemon that was traded, and it can't be lucky, and it can't have a CP higher than a certain amount. For this one, I just did 2,300 to, 10,000. There's no Pokemon that can go to 10,000. So, and then no hundos either. So if I have a hundo, I don't want to trade that. So I use it for an account where I only want to trade things. So that's one I'm not using here. But my main text chain, it's kind of a mess. I've added to it a lot over the years. But if I break it down, I go to the beginning. I never transfer favorite Pokemon. So if I see a Pokemon and I favorite it, that Pokemon is not getting transferred. I can always transfer it in the future, just by unfavoring it and transferring it. But it is a really simple way to do that. I don't want to transfer Pokemon that are currently in gyms because it won't let you. And then evolvenew. If you guys don't know that one, an evolvenew Pokemon is a Pokemon that you don't have the evolution for yet, I believe. So it's like a new Pokedex entry. Tradeevolve, Pokemon from 2016, 17, or 18. Hundos, Shadow, Ultra Beast, Legendaries, certain Pokemon over a certain CP, and then you just have a ton of Pokemon here, Dynamax, and then these are a ton of Pokemon that I just don't want to transfer because I like having them or I want to trade them away for more candy. So typically when a new Pokemon happens, like Mimikyu here, MIMI, that is a Pokemon that is new to Pokemon Go, and I didn't want to transfer him, and I either wanted to keep him or trade him. So you can see here, I've got 16 Mimikyu here that I just caught and I didn't transfer because I wanted to keep them. So when I do this whole long text chain, it narrows all my box down to that one thing. So I skipped over quite a few here, and I'll definitely put it in the description if you're curious. But like a Pokemon like Klawf. Is Klawf that good? No, but it's such a rare new Pokemon now that I want to keep all the Klawf I can catch. Another thing is Hundos. Hundos are awesome to keep track of. I would never transfer a Pokemon if you don't know its IV. And that's my tip here is if you have a Pokemon that you don't know its IV, just check it. And the easiest way to check it is not by appraising it, although you can do that if you want to. When the game first came out, you kind of had to appraise it, or they added in IVs after like a few weeks of playing or whatever. But a super easy way to do it is 0-star is a 0-star. So 0-star Pokemon are not good. They're just below average in attack, defense, and HP usually. A 1-star, same deal, not good, not terrible. 2-star, getting pretty average. 3-star Pokemon are great. 3-star Pokemon are the ones you want to have most of the time. You can see like they're well-rounded. Any 3-star Pokemon is going to do you well. Sometimes it's like a 98, like this Cutiefly. I go, oh, wow, that 98 is pretty good. And I'll save it to my box. And I'll favorite it. But I don't transfer lucky Pokemon usually. Anyways, I have to go hand transfer them because I don't think you can mass transfer them. You guys can always correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but I don't think you can mass transfer lucky. So then, of course, there are 4-star Pokemon. I'm getting quite a bit of lag here. Sorry about that. But a 4-star Pokemon is a Pokemon that has perfect IVs. If you're new to the game, perfect IV Pokemon are the pinnacle of Pokemon. You want as many as you can. So over the years here of playing, I've gotten quite a few perfect IV Pokemon, 145 to be exact. So this is like a Charizard that I maxed out, that I Mega Evolve these days. Like I have all kinds of different variants and all kinds of hundos, because hundos are the only thing I really care about when it comes to IVs. I've played the game for long enough that I collect a Pokemon if I want it, and then if it's a hundo, of course I keep it. So like an example would be Haxorus. I don't have a hundo Haxorus, but I like Haxorus enough where I actually, oh my gosh, I'm getting so much lag here. Hopefully the video is fine, but I keep Haxorus around because Haxorus is a good Pokemon. It's a strong dragon type, and I just keep it to keep it. So if you look at my Haxorus here, this one's a 3-star actually, which means I've probably prioritized keeping a 3-star, but they don't always have to be perfect, and some of them are probably just like higher CP to be higher CP. But I think knowing what your priorities are for Pokemon Go is huge. If you're there to collect them all, by all means, IVs don't really mean a whole lot, and maybe you only want to keep hundos and that's it. For me, I think it's kind of a prize jewel to have a hundo and a Pokemon, but also a 98. If I have a 98, a lot of times I'll just write it down. Here's like 19 Pokemon I've marked out. Some of them pretty good. Like here's a shiny Conkeldurr for 98%. Having high IV Pokemon in a good Pokemon is way more important. So like Machamp, I think I just saw one for 98%. I prioritize having Machamps around because Machamps are a super good attacking Pokemon. You can see I've got 3 hundos, 2 98s, a 96, and this 96 is a Dynamax, so I powered it up all the way. There's definitely reasons to keep certain Pokemon at high IVs, and that's something you can prioritize too. And another reminder is keep Pokemon you like because you can trade them for more candies. An example of this is I love the Tepig evolution line, and so I keep Tepigs around because I want to trade them off and get more candy. It's hard to power a Pokemon because you might not have enough candy all the time. So here is like emboar. I don't have enough candies to even max out my favorite little emboar here, but I try to trade off Tepigs because it is hard to get XL candies in this game, and so if you can keep a bunch of Pokemon to trade off to keep that XL candy, it's totally worth it. So that's one of my recommendations to you. And then lastly, any Pokemon that's worth collecting. And what I mean by that is, so I used to live on the West Coast, but like now I live in like central United States. And if you go to somewhere that has a regional exclusive and you want to trade it to your friends, it's totally worth keeping. An example of this is Corsola, not this new lame Corsola, but I'm talking about the OG little Corsola here. I caught it when I was in, I believe, Hawaii. I don't know what island, probably Kauai. But I keep Corsolas because they're kind of fun and rare, but also I want to trade them off to my friends if they ever need them. Another example would be Farfetch, although it's been in events. Heracross, another one from Hawaii, I believe, was like this, what do you call it? Lei Oricorio. You can see like it's a nice Pokemon for me to like stock up on and trade my friends. What's the one? There's another like Comfey. Comfey is another one. I definitely stocked up on a few Comfey when I was in Hawaii because you want to keep those. So anything that's important to you is something you'd want to put in your search chain. Another one would be like a costume Pokemon. I don't like keeping costume Pokemon other than just one of each. So like I'll click on this Corsola. This Corsola does not evolve, and so I'm just gonna go ahead and transfer all those. I don't really care about keeping Corsola like that. I don't know, like any costume Pokemon. But I do make sure in my search query that I keep the costume Pokemon. And one more thing to note, oh my gosh, I'm lagging so bad. One more thing to note is that when you are transferring Pokemon, it will never let you transfer a shiny Pokemon, I believe. There might be a search thing that you can do to like mass transfer shinies or whatever. But when you're trying to transfer shiny Pokemon, it will like take it out of the thing. I'll be like, oh, one Pokemon couldn't be transferred. Sometimes it happens with like Dynamax too. Dang, it didn't even let me transfer those. So like if I do my search query, let's do, it's kind of, I don't know if it's like an intentional glitch or what. So if I do like Chikorita here, and I'm going to unfavorite it, so now it's like basically eligible to be transferred. And then I go to my mass transfer queue, and I put in my bullet point space. I just caught a Yanma too, so that's going to be effective. And it says only one of the selected Pokemon can be transferred to the professor. Even though I put in exclamation point shiny, as in don't add shiny Pokemon, it still adds them. I don't know why this is a thing. The game's been out for 10 years. If somebody knows the fix to this, let me know. But it will always try to transfer shiny Pokemon. So if I go transfer, if it even goes through here, it won't transfer the Chikorita, which is good. Alright, well this is a whole mess. But that's it for the video. I'm going to definitely put the search query in the description so you can add it to your keyboard, or you can tweak it however you want. There's a lot of Pokemon in there that I probably prioritize that you don't, and vice versa. So thanks for watching. It seems like you guys are liking the Pokemon Go videos these days, so I'm glad. If you want to see any more, let me know. But I'll see you in the next video. Take care.